I think it was really good to see, and from an operations standpoint, our guys operate, move around. I thought our systems were good, and went about how we thought. I think it was a really good first step.
Was there an emphasis to stay underneath on a lot of the throws?
It was credit to them. They had did a few things different in a couple looks and made us lay it off on some things. I credit Adrian for staying patient and not forcing anything, and was kind of taking what they were giving us on that front, and we played a clean game.
Missouri secondary looked pretty opportunistic in its first game. Learn anything from film?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's going to be a great challenge for us. It's they play a lot of one high defense, so it'll be a lot different than what we saw in week one. But excited for our challenge and excited to get it in space.
What did you learn about Adrian and what he did well and what he needs to continue to focus on? Every week for us since he got here has been good, and getting more on the same page. I think even just after a game, I think I know and have a little better feel for some of the things that he likes, some of the things he's really good at, and some of the things he doesn't prefer as much. So that's going to be a work in process, and I've really enjoyed the dialogue and kind of working through that with him and together.
With Taylor out now and Hadley sliding in there at guard, does that kind of change the offensive line rotation at all?
Obviously with him it will, and I felt so bad for TP of, again, just having to go through that, and our hearts with him, and just an unbelievable teammate, unbelievable young man. So that was really difficult on all of us to see. But our guys will step up, and Coach Riley does a great job of making sure those guys are cross-trained so that, if and when something like this does happen, it's next guy up and got to put the pieces together.
What did you think of the offensive line's performance as a whole on Saturday?
I mean, overall, I thought it was very solid. I mean, there was a lot of little things that, that I think will get cleaned up and get better as we go. Those live bullets are just different, and it doesn't matter. I think we got better as the game went. In some areas, playing against a live four-down front, so to speak, right? And not just, scouting looks up and telling them where this is going to be. It's like, no, hey, you feel it now. It's real. It's full speed. And so that was really good for us and good to get under our belt.
Speaking of those live bullets, did you come out there convinced that DJ Giddens is in fact ready for this?
I was pretty confident from the beginning just because how he practiced, and I was happy to see him have the success that he did and get in the end zone for a first time, and he'll remember that forever. I told him that right afterwards too. So good for him.
The offensive line injury to TP, does that make Andrew line game kind of that much more important the rest of the way?
His role, will be expanded. It'll increase, and it's been fun watching him this week. He's done a really good job, and I think that'll continue and provide, again, depth and competition, and we'll make it work.
What are your thoughts on how Missouri defended the run against Louisiana Tech?
Obviously, it's going to be a challenge, but there's always strengths and weaknesses to everything you do offensively and defensively, and how we execute our plan and how fast we play and staying on blocks, and it's going to be important because they're long, they're physical, and it'll be a good challenge.
With the receiver rotation, we saw kind of what you envisioned the whole year. Is there a few guys that can still crack through?
Oh, I think it's always going to be competitive. I think, if we, I think as of now it'll continue as it's been, but those guys are competing, every day, and I think that, we got probably 6, even 7 guys that we'll see the field.
Collin, how does Hadley Panzer's use and placement now affect what you do at the backup center position?
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, we're kind of cross training some guys. Andrew Line game being one of them, and
but obviously Hadley's tremendous, and Hayden's done a great job, I mean, Hayden's done a great job as well. And so, having both those guys on the field, none of us are going to be, sad with that. So.
You're the only one, obviously, that is still the last time K-State played Missouri, you were here. Has there been any talk about the rivalry between K-State and Missouri with you and your guys?
I think we've got a lot of, we got players from the state of Missouri, that know and remember those days. Some do, some don't. But again, it's we have not hyped or downplayed that either way, right? I mean, it's a big time opponent at home, and it's the most important because it's the next one.
It's a little surreal that last time they were here, you were playing, and now you're the offensive coordinator.
Means I'm getting old. Means I'm getting older. No, it's I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it. I was a Big 12 kid growing up, so watching old Big 12 football was always good.
Any emotions now where you can see your name on the stadium?
It'll hit me, here and there, but again, just got to keep moving forward and taking the next step. That's the most important thing.
How Jake Rubley handled his second half.
I thought Jake did a great job, and for his first minutes, I thought he was decisive. I thought he played fast and was confident, and took advantage of his opportunity. And that's something that those first minutes are always big. So, when you're trying to say a cadence and your tongue sticks to the roof of your mouth the first time, it's that's an interesting feeling. So he got that out of the way.